Is this the second coming of Harambe?
Princess the Bear, today we're in Disney's Animal Kingdom in the snow-topped trees of Florida.
We're going to Harambe Market.
Yes, Harambe Market has reopened after a short refurb. Now the restaurant is closed, so it's your number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to investigate, so you don't have to. She's vegan. I'm not. Pour one out for Harambe.
It's time to foodie and chill. The new addition salad for the vegans. It's a seedy salad. When Bear was trying to take pictures of the salad, the birds were actually coming for it, so that was pretty hilarious. There's some couscous in here, and then there's also some nuts. We got cucumbers, tomatoes, mixed greens. I'm glad it's not just arugula. It feels a little unbalanced. Like the topping seems really heavy and like weighs down the lettuce. So like it's hard to get any lettuce at all. You can most certainly taste the citrus in the Citrus-Harissa dressing. The harissa is usually supposed to be spicy, and I don't get any spiciness from this at all. It's just very, very citrus forward. I like the seeds, though they're a lot. There's a lot in your teeth. I don't mind the greens. It's an okay salad. I don't think that I would eat this salad in the summer. Like if it's cold out, sure, but I don't know. I would prefer to eat a salad like this inside of Tusker House, and it does remind me of salads that I've had in the past over there. So I don't know. I guess I'll give it a 3 out of 5 salads. Not my favorite salad, and definitely not one I would put on the salad crawl, but it is like refreshing and citrusy.
The times, they are a-changing. Even here at Animal Kingdom, we just lost Dinosaur 2 days ago, and the remainder of Dino Land, which prompted this sort of soft reopen of Harambe Market, because while Restaurant-de-Source is closed and reimagined for the tropical Americas, the burgers and tendies that you used to get move here to Harambe Market. The unfortunate loss in that is that they've changed most of the menu at Harambe Market. So like we've lost the rice bowls, we lost the Jollof rice, which is like one of our favorite things, and now you get a salad for vegans. It's just a salad. I don't know how I feel about that. You used to at least get the Beyond Sausage salad bowl. You don't even have that anymore. It's literally just, this is your one plant-based option. And while we do love a good salad, I feel like Harambe had room to accommodate them, but I understand, like, you need to feed the burger and chicken tendy people. But you can't forget about the vegans in the process. They run this park. I can see where they're actually going with that Citrus-Harissa. It definitely still gives it that flavors that I'm used to for Harambe Market. But instead of like imparting spice, that Harissa citrus vinaigrette imparts like a subtle, smoky citrus flavor to the salad itself. I think it's very unique and tasty. I'm loving like the sliver of the almonds, the seeds, the acidity of the tomatoes goes well with everything, and then the accompaniment of like the carrots and lettuce. All very great, but this feels like a side salad and not like a lunch-based entree. Like me, as the non-vegan here, I can have a burger or chicken tendies. This doesn't even feel equal to chicken tendies as far as like a meal. This literally just feels like a side salad, which hurts because the flavor is good. I would give it 4 out of 5 claws. I just wish it was more substantial. You know what I mean? This little pocket-sized wrap is the Harissa chicken wrap. This wrap has been evicted a couple of times. It used to be at Harambe Market, then it went to Kusafiri when Harambe was closed. Now it's back at Kusafiri, but this item has been in the park for at least 2 or 3 years. Last time I think I had it was 2023, so almost like 3 years ago. But it hasn't really changed. You have chilled rotisserie harissa chicken, or tandoori chicken, with the harissa mayonnaise, and you have some carrots and other fixings in this green wrap, and then it comes with fries. It's nice and cold because it came right out of a fridge. This feels like a gas station wrap almost. Warning for my fellow omnivores, your breath will be kicking after a bite of that sandwich. I feel like I could breathe fire, like mystical dragons that were originally going to be in this park to begin with. If that's what you're trying to turn me into, I'm not upset. I would just prefer a little bit of warning first. I'm definitely getting the slow roasted rotisserie flavor from the Harissa chicken. Or not Harissa, the Tandoori chicken. The Harissa Mayonnaise also lends some smokiness to it. It is very cold sandwich on a very cold day. I don't know if I love that. And that's sort of like, I don't know if you, like, you know when you get like a refrigerated sandwich and it's been in the fridge for a bit and like the meat gets like that fridge sort of like slime on it, the chill on it, you know what I mean? It's a bit weird. It's fine, but it tastes like a grab and go sandwich. You're just getting it from quick service. Your mileage may vary. You may love that. You may hate that. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 claws. I don't think it's a bad addition to Harambe Market, but I can't wait until we can evict the restaurant to source items and go back to what Harambe should be. Correct the timeline, if you will.
Barbecue?
Barbecue. Bring back the ribs, you know?
Now that Harambe Market is open, you may look at the app and go, oh, well, they only have one drink available. What happened to all those little placards they had on the table that like had all those multiple drinks? Well, when I was standing in line for our food, I saw that that booth is still open and they're still serving the same exact drinks. So if you want Bear's favorite hog juice with banana drink or a painted wolf Pinotage, it's all there for you. This is like legit my favorite wine of all wines. Well, I guess I could say about African wines. It's delicious and it's very like rich. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 wines. It is one that I'm appreciative to have back over at Harambe Market.
Animal Kingdom's own version of sort of like a violet lemonade, this wonderful vodka-infused drink. Now, the wonderful thing about the window in Harambe Market is you can get any of those drinks without alcohol. So if you wanted like a mocktail or just a little bit fruity with no alcohol, you can do that. But then you can add alcohol to any of the drinks. You also don't have to add the recommended alcohol. If you want rum, the coconut rum instead of the vodka, you can do that. If you want the tequila instead of the rum or the vodka, you can do that as well. That window has saved us many a time when the line for Dawa was going back over the bridge. So do not forget about the window. Prickly pear syrup and vodka. That will calm my prickly soul. Not to be underestimated. Ever. At least we still have our drink window. 4 out of 5 claws. So brand new to Harambe Market is the Kubwa cookie. You have this basically African take on a kitchen sink cookie. It's topped with chocolate cream cookies, so like Oreo knockoffs, chocolate chips, M&M'S in here, potato chips. And in the center you have a little bit of Dulce de Leche. Dulce de Leche. I wanted to get like a full bite, so I cut it in half so I can get some of the leche and everything else. It's a kitchen sink. Dunk your head in. I'll admit, I saw potato chips on this cookie. I'm like, that's weird. But it actually works quite well. I think they're Lay's chips, which probably is even worse. But it actually works well. It's a very chocolatey cookie. So you basically have 3 different kinds of chocolate. You have the chocolate chips, the M&M'S, and the fake Oreos. And then the chips, like a little saltiness, like a salted chocolate caramel cookie. That's like the place that the chips sort of like reside in. So they, even though they were there, all you really get out of it is the saltiness, not so much like a greasy chip, which I like. The Dulce de Leche, delicious. That is a wonderful cookie. I would say Gideon's could never, but we've never been there because I refuse to wait in line. But that's a good cookie. I like that. I would tell my friends to get that. 4.75 out of 5 claws. good to see Harambe Market often popping, even with the soft open.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is the busiest I've seen Harambe Market since like 2019.
Yeah, they definitely added some tables to like the walkway and whatnot. It's sort of like condensed the area so there's more seating, especially with them losing so much seating on the other side of the park. If they're really going to be serving more people for quick service, they need the room. You also do have the expanded seating area across the way, which is where we normally sit. A little bit quieter, but they're definitely going to make use of this once this place is fully open on the 5th.
Oh yeah, summer is going to be crazy over here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to walk over here. It's going to be so crowded. So it's going to be interesting to see how operation sort of runs there then, but I'm never upset at Harambe Market getting some love.
I will say too, because I had to make a few trips to like get like things like utensils and whatnot. I saw quite a few people order those chicken tendies, and they were giant. Like not your normal size tendy that they serve at Disney, but like twice the size. So if you're a chicken tendy person, I definitely think you should hit up Harambe's Market.
Definitely interesting.
So Bear and I were actually here for the world premiere of the Jungle Book live action movie water projection show, which was the first show that they did here at the Rivers of Light Theater. Rivers of Light itself had a tumultuous start, and they had these really cool like GPS style floats that frequently crashed into each other. I think Bear and I, we saw Rivers of Light, I want to say at least 3 or 4 times, and at least 2 out of 3 times the floats crashed. But it was a beautiful show, and I really do wish that they would do more nighttime shows here. I mean, we want Animal Kingdom open at night. Like, we talk about that all the time. But, like, even Kite Tales, it was great. We live streamed that once here. Bear's phone overheated. That was fun. But, yeah, just having it sit empty and there's no flotillas or anything for you to enjoy, it's just sad. Just very sad.
It's really weird, especially when you come to Animal Kingdom. If you're an Animal Kingdom fan like we are and you've been here for a while, the parts of this park that go unused, both for when it used to be open at night and then like things they built in here, like they built this whole theater with the projections. There's lights hidden in all the rock outcroppings over here. There's water jets hidden on that side that used to project the water to project the show on for Jungle Book. And even like if you go as far as to the Kilimanjaro Safari, there's an entire sunset scene with like screens hidden. Doesn't get used anymore. All because this park doesn't stay open at night.
Considering my salad, I had to go to Kusafiri and get a beautiful bowl, and this is the Picadillo bowl, which used to be an empanada and also a pita, with the Kuchumbari salad, which we had on the salad at Harambe Market. The bowls have kind of just been playing back and forth with Kusafiri and Harambe. Either it's at Harambe or it's at Kusafiri, but either way, you get basically the same stuff. And then I used to get the Jollof rice over at Harambe, and I'm glad I could get it now at Kusafiri. I personally am not a fan of the Picadillo like outside of a pita or outside of an empanada. I do think it belongs in an empanada. I need to get some mustard to throw on top of here because I do think that it tastes better with mustard. And the Aïoli. I should have got more of the Aïoli, but I didn't. That's fine. I got salad and all the other little fixins in here, so it's going to be a nice meal either way. And I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 rice bowls.
So the Picadillo bowl, that rice bowl. So I was bemoaning the loss of the rice bowls at Harambe Market, seeing as they just teleported across the walkway, through a tunnel, and over to Kusafiri. So you have your Impossible rice bowl. I think the only thing really losing them on the plant-based side is the Beyond Sausage, and I mean, that's not technically a loss, the way I see it. And as long as you get Jollof rice, I'm happy. So dig right in here, get a bit of the Kuchumbari salad and the rice and the Impossible meat. Yes. I still love the way they cook the Impossible here, and then the quality of the Jollof rice is top tier. This makes for a better meal, I think, than what you get at Harambe, which is weird, because you would think that you'd get the more hearty meal at Harambe But if you're vegan, honestly, the better meal for you is Kusafiri. You go straight to Kusafiri. Don't stop at Harambe. Unless you really, really want a salad. I mean, I suppose you could even modify this bowl to remove the impossible meat if you want and just do the salad and the rice with the sauce. They're made to order, so it's not like it's that difficult to do if you want to do it. But this, by far the better meal. I'd give this 4.25 out of 5 claws. So the chicken and beef bowl has transported over to Kusafiri. So honestly, from a rice bowl perspective, the only thing that you're really losing is the shrimp. There's no more shrimp bowl. But you have the beef bowl, you get a chicken bowl, you get a combination beef and chicken. The combination beef chicken is the new one technically at Kusafiri because the chicken one's been there for a while. So you have the same jollof rice, here's the chicken, the sauce, and then you have chunks of beef here on the other side. They pretty much like give you half chicken, half beef, whereas if you get the chicken or beef, it's a bigger scoop. A nice, tasty, warm rice bowl. And again, that confuses me. Warm, hot food, Kusafiri, the bakery, Harambe Market, cold, grab and go quick service food. I mean, yes, the burger is hot, and the chicken tendies are hot. But either way, I'm glad that we still get most of these options, even with restaurants closed. We're glad to be able to share this with you, let you know where everything is. Even the chicken nachos that were at Trilo Bites are now right outside the Zoo Together Theater, where you would get the churros and the mac and cheese. They're there. So you're really not losing anything while it's closed. We're just waiting for Tropical Mares to open. And we will be here, waiting. Not patiently, but waiting. I would give this a solid 4 out of 5 claws. I got a chicken bowl, completely on accident. I ordered chicken and beef, and they accidentally gave me chicken. But usual here, like once you touch something, customers start taking it back. So I got 2 bowls. So this is a chicken bowl full of chicken. So you get a massive scoop of chicken, the same jollof rice, the salad here with the sauce, nice juicy pieces of seasoned chicken, slow roasted and whatnot, and a massive tomato. While even I can easily admit that the beef here is actually not that bad, I prefer the chicken in all things. I could order the beef and be completely happy if I was in like the mood, I want something mixed up. I'd probably do the beef and the chicken more often than I would do just the beef, but I always prefer the chicken. It's a nice hearty bowl. This, if we were so inclined to wait in, Kilimanjaro safari line that was longer than 30 minutes, and we are not so inclined to do that, I can see eating this while I wait. This is a top tier bowl. I'm giving it the same 4.25 out of 5 claws. I'm not saying that it's better than the beef bowl. It's just a preference. They're all good, honestly.
This is the side of the jollof rice. Now, when we would go to Harambe, I would get this with the Aïoli, and I'm just eating this and the Aïoli. But I got the salad at Kusafiri, and Bear and I were like wondering, why did they move the rice bowls over to Kusafiri when it is like a tiny little window compared to Harambe Market that had multiple full kitchens, including a smoker? Well, thinking about it a little bit closer, Kusafiri is likely attached to Tusker House, and this is on the line at Tusker House, like in the buffet. So like, they don't really need to do anything but just go to Tusker and get jollof rice, and that seems a lot easier than carting the rice over to Harambe Market. Jollof rice on its own is a little bit dry in this situation. It definitely needs like a sauce, like a Aïoli, or if I mix it with the rest of my Picadillo bowl, that would be good. But it's something I dream of, and not as good as what I used to get at Harambe Market. Like, that one's a little bit saltier, more of like that jasmine rice taste of the good rice that you usually get at like all the buffets at Disney. This one is just kind of ho-hum. I'm gonna give it a 2.75 out of 5 rices. It's usually a higher rated rice for me, but this one is just not a good iteration of it.
The rice of Jollof, the Jollof rice. I love this rice here. I would easily take a bowl of this to walk around the park any day of the week. It just needs to be cooked properly. Honestly, this with a little bit of the Kuchumbari salad, I would be good. That's a good like lunch snack for me. I'm one of those people that normally doesn't like a huge theme park lunch, especially when me walking around for hours or waiting in line. Like light and fast. It's nice to be able to sit over here, enjoy Harambe Market. The live music is out while we mourn the extinction of Dino Land. And yes, I know it's probably a little bit too soon to be wearing this shirt. The princess didn't warn me, but I don't listen. Rice is good. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. We've had better versions of this rice, and I'm just going to chalk it up to it being new-ish at Kusafiri. I'm sure they'll get the hang of it, or at least Tusker will, and they'll cart it out. Either way, good option. It has been good to see this reconfiguration of Animal Kingdom with Dinosaur Land closed. The Animal Kingdom is going to continue to be Animal Kingdom.
It's always a state of becoming.
Yes, and we're excited to see what comes next, and we're glad that we still get to eat good in the meantime.
Yes.
We're excited for what Tropical Americas bring, and we're glad to see Harambe get more love, even if it's like split and flipped. We love it.
It is weird to see all of the same food options just like moved around this park, all over this park, and I assume this is going to continue to happen until 2027 when Tropical America's open.
Yes, but I want to know what you guys are most excited for. Are you okay with like these offerings moving and how they've altered Harambe Market? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else to do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might yeet himself out of the Animal Kingdom and live in Magic Kingdom forever. And I promise you, you don't want that.
I don't want that either. You heard the girl.